Hello, I'm the movie guy, the guy that talks about movies a lot. So for my next review, I thought I'd talk about a movie from one of my favorite animation studios of all time, and not just any movie from that studio, but believe it or not, the first animated movie from that studio. Yes, we're talking about Antz. Now, weirdly enough, this was not actually originally going to be the first animated film. The Prince of Egypt was actually going to be the first animated film for DreamWorks, but don't worry, we'll get to that later. But since a certain Pixar movie came out, Butt's Life, they so one of the directors wanted to make an animated movie instead, based on another animated movie that came out. Boom, boom, we got Ants, and boom, we got Ants, and that's how the film was created. But and when this film came out, and when this film came out, they were pretty, just like with Transformers 1, they were pretty mixed feelings with the film. Critics loved it, absolutely, but audience don't love it that much. And, uh, and I don't think YouTubers are alone as well. There have been some reviews where some people either liked it, some people either hated it, some people thought it was just okay or whatever. But how are my thoughts of the film? It's fine. Nothing really special. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm gonna be as positive as my Transformers 1 review where as my Transformers 1 review where I just act positive throughout most of the movie. It's just that while I do want to talk about ants, I'm not really that much positive into it. It is the first DreamWorks movie ever made. But the question is it good?
You know, I was going to let you become part of my most erotic fantasies.
Yeah, I think that pretty much says it all. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think Ants is a terrible movie. If you ask me where I rank this compared to the other DreamWorks movies, it's definitely somewhere in the middle. This movie is basically a non-terrible version of Happy Feet. It's at, it's completely it's completely out of nowhere. It's completely all over the place and absolutely bonkers. Sorry. It's completely bonkers. But I think I enjoyed it. I mean, I I will start off by saying some positive things about it. I do like most of the characters. They're pretty enjoyable, and I do really like the voice acting, especially Sylvester Stallone. Like, oh my god, I can't believe they got my favorite actor of all time to be in my favorite DreamWorks movie. For that, this movie gets bonus points. And and I do think the animation is surprisingly impressive, even for 1998. Did it came out in 1998? Yeah, it came out in 1998. And I thought, I do, I mean, while I do, while I think the character designs are not that great, some of the backgrounds do look really nice, especially for 1998. The climax is exciting. Sometimes I get a good laugh, but this movie is overshot, and it's really hard to tell if it's good overall. Its adult themes and jokes sometimes don't make sense and kind of come out of nowhere. Almost like something like Rango, where where it fits the mood and setting. That this movie adult jokes and adult jokes and kind of dirty humor also kind of comes out of nowhere. It's not Cat in the Hat bad. It's not Mike Myers Cat in the Hat bad. But yeah, it's not really that great either. Also, like I said earlier about this being a non-terrible version of Happy Feet. So I I mean, I will admit, at least it actually does kind of have a plot, but it does kind of have a plot, but I mean, it has more of a plot than Happy Feet, but okay, let me think. It has more of a plot than Happy Feet, but it still doesn't even know what the main story is about. Is it about ants wanting to fight back? Is it about this boy wanting to be with the princess? Oh, speaking of the princess, I don't really care about the princess that much. She's not a terrible character, absolutely not. But I feel like there have been other better. I feel like there have been other better female characters in DreamWorks, and I mean a lot better. I mean a lot better. Bro thinks she's good. I mean a lot better. I mean a lot better. But that's for another time. I do like the villain in the movie. He's pretty enjoyable. Plus the actor does a very good job. Plus the actor does a very good job as him. And I don't know. That's all. Unfortunately, that's all I got. I'm sorry if this is a short review. It's just I really don't have that much to say about Antz. I still think it's a fine movie, but it's not really that much good either. I generally think that A Bug's Life is a lot better because it does have better because it does have better animation even for 1998. Still, it has way better backgrounds and more memorable and amazing characters. Yes, it has a lot of reveal story, but I still enjoyed it throughout most of the time. And it also has not only one of the best Pixar villains, but one of the best animated villains of all time. And that is saying a lot. Here with Ants, it's fine, but it feels like a rush project if you ask me. Almost like but and it's pretty weird to put it out as your studio's first movie. Almost like this wasn't intended to be their first movie and it got rushed to compete with a similar project. But what do I? No, I don't compete with. I don't review DreamWorks animated films for life or anything. But that's pretty much all I could say. I don't know. It's not the worst. The animation's okay for the most part. There are some funny moments. Most of the characters are enjoyable and the casting is good. But man, the story doesn't know what it's talking of. The story doesn't know what it's talking about. It's not really that funny, and it's not really that funny. And if you ask me, it's not the best way to start out your studio, especially when DreamWorks has become so much better than this with releasing films like Shrek and How to Train Your Dragon and Megamind and Kung Fu Panda and The Prince of Egypt. This movie doesn't feel like it's from the same studio that made those films. This feels like it came from the same studio that made, I don't know, Minions, like Illumination. I mean, I'd much rather watch that film than most of the Illumination films, but it's not really that worth watching. But just because I didn't like it doesn't mean you can. You can enjoy this movie all you want. If you really love Antz and consider it to be one of your best DreamWorks movies, which I highly doubt, by the way, because I don't think it's anyone's favorite DreamWorks movie, then that's perfectly fine. You guys can enjoy watching it together, and I'll be the only one in this corner talking to being the only member of a Butts Life Club. Anyways, Antz gets a 6 out of 10. Not the best DreamWorks, but it's definitely a lot better compared to the garbage they made. And don't worry, we'll get to that later. But for now, that's all I have to say. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below what video you want me to come up with next. And subscribe to this channel and get me to 10 subscribers, please. I have like 5 subscribers. But that's all I have to say. Gotta go now. Peace.